Yeah, I just got cut off, so I'm gonna make this another video. With the update, if you don't update your phone, it just interrupts you. It's like, click. So once that I was giving myself 3 months. 3 months. Up until October 1st. October 1st. To see, well, who is this SJD character, huh? Who is he? Is he Jesus Christ in the flesh? Is he David, this suffering servant? Well, to me, you know, I talk to you a lot, Steve. FaceTime, right? I mean, Skype, whatever. I talk to you quite often. I mean, not quite often, but for a long time. When you did call me, for hours, right? And to me, you seem like you're just lonely, you know? I mean, that's what it seemed like. Am I right? You're a lonely guy, right? Because you live there by yourself. So what I did was I listened. I isolated everybody else away from me and just focused on who you are. I wanted to get to know you because you wanted to get to know me. I know my intentions are pure, and that's all I can really say about that. Now, you got a lot of knowledge, that's for sure. A lot of knowledge. And, well, I think I kind of said, it as I go along and I gather my information, and there's nobody else to distract me from anything. And as you're making videos, I'm still watching them. And, you know, I'm sure you know that you can just look at my search history that I was just watching your videos. And I was getting, it's like when you're starting to talk about the other crowd, it's like, I don't even feel like watching it. You know, I kind of wish you didn't make videos of it. That's how I was feeling like at the time. And you know, some more time went by. I'm thinking, well, this guy's very interesting, very very intelligent for sure. Has a lot of knowledge. I don't agree with what you're saying, but hey, look, you have a lot of good insight. I'm not going to deny who you say you are. I mean, you say you are the first Adam, the last Adam, the who else did you say you are? Moses, Elijah, John the Baptist, David, and Christ. You know, so I'm thinking, well, the suffering servant. That sounds about right. You could possibly be David in the flesh. That's possible. That, you know, it's possible that you can be anybody in the flesh these days. And so when I think more about it, come on, man. You know, I started to feel bad for you because at a certain point, when it was getting towards the part where, let's just say when you invited yourself to my house, it was similar to that letter that I got too. That this LL was like inviting herself to my house. I'm like, it's not. That doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? And then as it keeps approaching to the point where, all right, look, it's about it's about time I gotta let him know. I gotta let him know. I gotta let you know, Steve, because when I said I didn't want to be bothered anymore, and I don't want anybody to force me to talk to them, that's where the final flag went up. And you know, through my text messages, when I get a message back saying failure to communicate will cause a train wreck, well, you know, that's not something that Christ would say. Okay, that's not free will. That's a threat. You know what I mean? So, but I patiently went all the way up to that point and said, enough's enough, man. I mean, I can't keep having you believe that you're deceiving me. You know what I mean? Because I sense that well, you were kind of a little bit too excited. Because I sensed that in your mind you were like, yes, I got him. He thinks I'm Jesus Christ. Come on, man. Come on. So I had to tell you, man. All right? And you know, and I guess today, and starting back up with opening up the comment section, and also knowing that your other account, Prince Michael, you know, I can, it's like when people are hiding stuff, you just can't get away with it. And I know you'll deny it still, because everybody denies it. That's the whole game. Deny, deny, deny. We have 3 years left. Nothing's going to happen. Just relax, everybody. Don't stop turning against me. You know what I mean? That's what I'm sensing from you, is telling the people that you're associated with that, look, guys, we have 3 years to go. Stop freaking out. There's no rapture. Nothing's going to happen. I'm going to rule the freaking White House. Nothing's going to happen until the next 3 days. Yeah, well, when you rule, you know, probably for 3 days, that's probably it. But if you want to think it's 3 years, 2021, look, if it is, if you rule, Steve, right? Because I know you know Donald Trump. I know you know him personally. If you rule the White House, right, for the next 3 years, and we're still here, and nothing has happened, like, drastically, where the government is rounding people up and killing us all, hey, man, look, you gonna invite me there? You know what I mean? If that White House is yours, Steve, because that's what you're saying. You're saying the White House is yours. You own Donald Trump. And I put the pieces together. I can figure out what you're talking about. And I can see that, you know, I can see that your role right now is, well, you're, it seems like you're that little horn, you know, the king of media. I'm giving you credit. I truly believe that SJD is the king of media. I mean, you wrote the book of Gematria, so you got something going on there. And so I think it's just time for all this to come out now, because I feel like everything's getting shut down. So I just feel like it's you have a right to know. You know what I mean? I'm honest with you. When I listen to you, I don't agree with what you're saying. I don't believe everything you're saying. Some of the things I do, but it's just again, my dad taught me how to talk to people, even though you disagree with them. And just because I'm not arguing with you doesn't mean that I agree with you. Just because I'm saying, oh yeah, really? Yeah, oh yeah, well, that sounds good. Just because I'm saying that doesn't mean that I agree with you. But I think talking to you gave me, you gave me some insight on a lot of things. Number one, you know, they're going to take our thanks and our gifts away, right? Which to me means Thanksgiving and Christmas. And which would mean that this month would be the time frame where something's drastically jumping off. You gonna just sit there, or are you just gonna sit there? That's what I figured. So, you know, I think, like I said, it's time for you to hear what I got to say about you, because I reserve the right to keep my opinions to myself. And I think today, just watching Anthony's video, look, I have my questions about everybody because of what happened. Because in the beginning, I thought everybody was a real person just looking for truth like I was. I didn't realize that there was a whole organization of people that were just, number one, gang stalking the shit out of me. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that all the security guards in Walmart were, they were literally there for me. And, but I didn't realize that they were gang stalkers. I had no clue. And so, yeah, I had a question about everybody after the stabbings. And so that's why I shut the comment section up. And that's why I wanted to focus on just you. Because if you're Jesus Christ, right, I'm going to test your spirit big time. And I'm going to try everything I can to see, well, how's he going to react to this? Is that the way Christ would react? WWJD, right? Huh? Wait a minute. What would Jesus do? WWJD. SJD, huh? So, James Deshawn, I had fun, you know, while it lasted. I'm sure you did too. The gig is up though, man. All right, the gig is up. Like I said, if you're gonna rule the world, and we're still alive, and you know, we're just like captives, like Daniel and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All right, you know, I just want to let you know, I'll never worship your God. Okay, I will always worship the one and only true God. You can throw me in a den of lions. You know, I guess we'll just see if God shuts their mouth or not. But yeah, man, the questions about people, I don't fully trust anybody at all. However, going back to part 1 of this video before I got rudely interrupted with this freaking stupid ass update that keeps interrupting the 5 times a day, you know, back to the agents, the ones that are on YouTube, the ones that are still commenting on my channel, but I don't care. I don't care if they're agents. I don't care if the agents are like, hey, hey, I'm talking to Robin now. He thinks I'm his buddy. And, I'm not talking about you, Anthony. I'm talking about, because I know the last time I was talking about you. I'm honest. I'll tell you that. I was kind of referring to you because I'm not sure, you know, I'm not sure. But to come up with the information about Harold Camping, but I know that SJD, you did the same thing. You used the Harold Camping bait to reel me in. But that's fine, because, you know what? I brought attention to who he was. But, alright, so, like I was saying, let me put my horse blinders on. That's what happens when people walk around you. I guess you get distracted when you're trying to do a video. But when it comes to the agents, that's right. The agents on YouTube, that if you think that you're deceiving me, right? Just because you're talking to me, just because I'm responding back, you're only deceiving yourself. I don't trust anybody, okay? However, it's not going to keep me from going about my business. You're still there? Of course, yes. I'm still gonna try to get my message across the best way I know how. And when it comes to the similar feeling of just talking to my brother, I disagree with him all the time, but I know how to talk to him. He doesn't know how to talk to me, but I know how to talk to him. And that's the key, because he's still deceived about a lot of things, mainly about the sky and the planets, because you know, he believes that you know, they didn't land on the moon, but he still believes Mars is real. I'm like, come on, how can you believe? How can you not believe one thing and then believe something else that they tell you? As soon as they lie once, they're done. So, back to that lying thing. I caught you in a lie. All right, Steve, I caught you in a lie. And that's all it took for me. And the one thing he told me was, don't worry if you have to lie to somebody. Don't feel bad if you got to lie to somebody. I'm like, huh? What'd you say, Jesus? That doesn't make sense. It's all good, man. I understand. I understand your role. I do. Just understand my role, too. And I think you do. I think you truly understand my role. You know my heart, man. You know my heart. And I feel like I know yours, too. So, I will still socialize with people. It's just that when it comes to long private conversations, I said this to you, I'm not up for it. And when I get threatened that there's going to be a train wreck that happens, okay, well, I'm just going to assume that when you say that, a train wreck, that means I'm going to be gang stalked even more severely. And that's exactly what happened since then. More attacks, just more attempts of attacks, whatever. So, and you know, you had some people turn against you, saying you're the leader of the gang stalkers against me. If you are, yeah, I'm honored. I am. If I'm able to talk to the leading gang stalker in America, okay, that was my goal in the first place. I need to talk to the most important person in the world. And if you're going to rule the White House and you own Donald Trump, well, hey, didn't I succeed with, you remember my video from before the Texas FEMA camps last year? Remember when I said that if you don't like what I have to say, take it to the higher up. And if that higher up doesn't like what take it to the highest person in charge in the world. So if that's who you are, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, well, I got exactly what I asked for. Of course, I didn't know it was going to be like this. I just knew I was willing to accept whatever happens, because I have a message from my Lord Jesus Christ. Thou art in heaven. Not thou art on the earth. Thou art in heaven. And the message is 7 years of tribulation. We're almost at the end of it. And we don't have another 3 years to go. We don't have another 7 years to go. And if I'm wrong, well, then that means that when all this stops, I guess there'll be a peace treaty, and then the gang stalking will stop, and everybody can kind of live peacefully and move on until 3 years from now, and we won't be killed by our own government, and they won't come around and round us up. But if there's some type of destruction that's getting ready to happen, and it looks like it is the end of the world, like where you need to start receiving the mark of the beast and everything's being destroyed, if that's the case, there's no way in hell, okay, that there's any more time left in this year. So it was an honor, okay, talking to you. I know you did a lot of work in the last 7 years. I know that you were promised to reign, you know, over the earth, over the world. You're promised to reign, because that's how I take it when you say that you own the White House and you own Donald Trump. Tell Trump I said hi, by the way, Steve. But tell him I said he needs to repent and just step away from what he's doing, because God is going to destroy him if he doesn't. And but I think he's going to destroy everybody if they don't. But I also believe that everybody's going to turn, including you, if that's who you are at this point, where you're not really who you say you are, okay? Because if you're also, I don't remember you saying your name was Michael, but that is your other account. Your other account is Prince Michael, okay? I figured that one out a little while, you know, when it began, pretty much. But so if nothing happens, right, I just want to let you know, hey, look, man, it was a good try, okay? It was a good try with what was going on. And if nothing happens, well, can I visit the White House without you, you know, throw me in the den of lions? Can I visit you there? Can I get an office? Can I get an office there? I mean, I know I live in Bucks County, but if I can get an office in there, I'll come visit you often. But if not, if God is getting ready to do what I believe he is this year, well, then I'm going to say that your plans are going to be interrupted. And look, that's what God does. He interrupts people's plans and dreams and aspirations. And I just help explain to you what your dreams are. And I'll interpret it for you also, without you even telling me what your dream is. Because I can already read between the lines with everything. So I guess that's it. I mean, there was a time I needed to shut the comments up, and now I'm back to open them up again. And, you know, if you spew some nonsense, I'll just delete your comment. It's no big deal. But I feel like a lot of people, there are a lot of real people. There can't be 500 agents watching my channel. There might be 20. There might be 20. But the rest of you guys are real people, so... Yeah, and I apologize for having to shut the comment section down, but it was my timing. I needed to shut it down for that period of time, and just I needed to see who SJD truly was. I needed to test his spirit all the way through, and you failed the test. That's all. That's all I can say is you failed the test, and because I was threatened. When you threaten people, you know, it's not good. It's not Christ-like. It's not what Jesus would do. It's what Satan would do. You know, the false, the Antichrist, the beast, and the false prophet. So, the Trinity, all in one. But remember, Satan's going to be destroyed. He knows he's going to be destroyed. And he knows he's lying to every one of his children that are following him at this moment. So, just understand that. Satan's not going to tell you the truth. He's lying his ass off, and he loves it. And he don't care that he's going to be destroyed. It ain't going to hurt him. He's just, he had his fun. That's it. Most people believe that when they die, they don't exist anymore anyway. So think about how he's thinking the same way that you guys are. You know, the Masons or whatnot. If you believe that this is your one life to live and that's it, well, you're right. It is. You only have one life to live, and God's going to destroy your soul for an eternity. But if you believe you're going to continue to live one, then you must believe in the resurrection of Christ. And that's that simple. What you believe is where you're going to go.